As someone who is always looking for the next new flavor to discover, I'm so excited to give you the opportunity to try something new and delicious. This summer, while visiting family, I got to try some pretzels from Jen's Backstube, and let me tell you, they were incredible. The fresh out of the oven smells, the pillowy soft interior, and the satisfying chew were all so comforting and delicious. Now, picture yourself indulging in a freshly baked pretzel made with the same care and tradition as those of Jen's native country, Germany. I am here to tell you, Jen provides authentic pretzels that exceed the taste and quality of those commonly found in malls or in the freezer aisle at the local grocery stores. And they can be yours. Jen will ship them directly to you. They come in a wide variety of styles, from sticks to bites, salty to sweet, and even gluten-free options are available. Just head to jensbackstube.com. That's JENNSBACKSTUBE. There you can learn a little bit more about Jen's story and click on shipping to see what delicious treats can be delivered to you. And now, on with the show. If you ever find yourself near Muncie, Indiana, I highly recommend you visit the Bob Ross Experience. They are not paying me to say this. I feel like I've said that before. Well, anyway, I thought it was wonderful, and it was the inspiration for this week's episode. This is Lessons We Forgot, and this episode is called Happy Little Accidents. Bob Ross is famous for teaching average people how to make beautiful things. With a combination of patience, warmth, and a little magic, he turned blank canvases into scenes of majesty and wonder. In only 30 minutes, he was able to inspire a generation of artists by sharing his joy of painting. Despite all of his success, Bob Ross was not perfect. He often made mistakes. But when he did, he didn't yell cut and restart the scene. Instead of hiding it when he slipped up, he embraced the gaffes. Bob Ross didn't make mistakes. No, his were happy little accidents. Our students also make mistakes constantly. We all know this. But we also know that making mistakes is sometimes the best way to learn. That's why we try to instill a growth mindset in them. That way the mistakes seem less important and we're able to bring the learning to the forefront of the process. The pressure is much lower when no one is supposed to get it right the first time. This can be a hard thing to convince our students, though. It goes against the very nature of tweens after all. But with lots of reminders, many of them are able to embrace this approach to growth. Eventually. How about you? How do you react when things don't go as expected? How likely are you to try something new? How much pressure do you put on yourself to get it right the first time? That's right. We don't always have the same expectations for ourselves as we do for our students. Somehow we think that we should be able to implement a new lesson, teach a new content or an entirely new class, or manage students with needs we've never encountered before. And we think we should be able to do it on our first try. We forget that failing is part of the learning process, and that making mistakes is often the best way to learn. Just like with our students, we need to remind ourselves of that fundamental truth quite often. Instead of focusing on getting it right the first time, let's embrace all those happy little accidents. Let's understand and try to remember the same lessons we've been teaching our students. Mistakes are just happy little accidents, and they are part of the process of making our own masterpieces. Thank you for listening to this episode of Lessons We Forgot. I'm the host, Chris Winkle. You can contact me at lessonsweforgot@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider sharing it with a friend. If you want to hear more Lessons We Forgot, we post new episodes on Sunday nights. I would be very grateful if you liked and subscribe to the show. That way, new episodes will show up automatically in your feed. And if you really want to support the podcast, give me a rating and a review and tell everyone what you enjoy most about it. If you really hate ads just like me, I do have a Patreon site, patreon.com/lessonsweforgot. For only $1 a month, you can get the show without ads. I'm offering a free trial right now, so you can go check it out and see if it's something you'd be interested in. Thanks again for your support.